I'm crushed. How dare you say that?
Wouldn't that be funny though? Like if he's like having to have this existential crisis because the thing offering him truth is a penguin.
No!
Today we are continuing to bake our PLUME and PERCH collection, which launches this Friday at royaltysoaps.com. The first soap in today's video was designed by my little sister, Emmy. Emmy, much like yours truly, is a little bit eccentric. Emmy was never going to design anything normal. She was never going to do a cardinal. She was never going to do a robin. She was going to launch straight into the obscure, a macaroni penguin. I only made one batch of this soap, so it is super duper exclusive. I know you guys are going to love it. Let's go make my odd bird of a little sister proud. All right, let's see if we can make Sister Emmy proud. I say Sister Emmy like she's like a nun or something. Let's blend it on up. All right, we have to get our little macaroni penguin all situated. So I'm going to get the orange accent, which sort of serves as his beak, and also the little orange feathers on top, and the white accent for around his face poured off and ready to go.
I have a question for you. How did the macaroni penguin get his name?
Oh, is this a joke or is this a real question?
I mean, when I tell you, it'll sound like a joke.
All right, how'd he get it?
Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni.
What does that mean? I don't have enough context for any of this. Time to do our first layer, which is black with some sparkles in it. Ooh.
While you're doing that, let me tell you about this thing. In the 18th century, wealthy young Britishmen traditionally took a trip around Europe, and Italy was a common destination.
Wait, they just took one? For what reason?
For fun. They're like, I'm gonna go Europing.
Okay.
Having experienced new cuisines, these fashionable fellows returned home with a unique affinity for macaroni pasta. Soon their equally unique taste in bold, high-end clothing, elaborate wigs, and large hats adorned with feathers became known as macronism. This must be about the macaroni in the hat. What is that fragrance you are using?
It is Tidal Wave by Royalty Soaps, a concoction created by Caleb.
Oh.
And one of our favorite and best sellers with lots of different customers. They really like this one.
It's wonderful, isn't it? Why don't you talk about a few of the fragrance notes that are in there?
Very fresh, very clean, very ozonic, as they like to say. Little bit of some marine notes in there. It's very good. Kind of smells like a cologne. Black soap is always a little bit tricky to work with because you have to make sure that all of your batter is colored. You have to go around the edges with a spatula or something. Otherwise, you may end up pouring and there's little streaks of white all through your bars. This looks good. Everything is incorporated, so let's pour. Pour in this first layer here. Oh wow, that is so beautiful. Now it's time to texture this top a little bit. Well, our little soap penguin has had his feathers textured, so it is time to put in our orange layer. Now, the orange layer is going to be very, very thin. It may even be that some of our black layer comes up through the orange a little. I'm okay with that. The point is to make it very streaky, I guess. Whee! Blend it on up. All right, let's pour our orange layer on. By the way, we are only making one batch of this soap. I really loved the design. Originally, it was on the chop block, but I said, no, I've got to make at least one batch of that. Okay, final layer. Let's mix up our white. All right, let's go ahead and pour on this last layer. Oh man, it looks so good.
Wow, the way that looks reminds me of my last fact.
Okay.
When not breeding, macaroni penguins can travel over 6,000 miles across the ocean, constantly swimming and foraging for food.
That's kind of crazy. Now we're gonna add just a little bit of orange to every one of these bars. I'm just gonna pipe this on. My soap has gotten a bit thickums. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're actually gonna texture this with a fork. I just just wanted to make sure that everybody got some. Now I'm just going to texture slightly so that it looks like the macaroni penguin's hair. Well, I guess his feathers, really. They kind of look like hair, though. Let's be so for real right now. Just a bit of texture here. I am obsessed, and I know that you guys are absolutely going to love the stamp that we put on this after we cut it.
What is it? What is it?
I can't tell you. You have to wait until I cut the soap.
Oh, man. Be a patient boy, Henry.
All right, let's spritz the top with rubbing alcohol. And upon inspecting our little design here, we also see that she added some glitter. She said, or not. So maybe we'll add glitter, maybe we won't. Maybe we'll add some poppy seeds. Let's add some poppy seeds.
Last macaroni penguin fact, I promise.
Okay.
Okay, macaroni penguins usually mate for life, returning to the same partner each breeding season. Males arrive first at the breeding site and fiercely defend their territory.
Oh, and this is what it looks like once we're finished. It's so cute. I cannot wait to cut these tomorrow and stamp them. So let's wait 18 to 24 hours and then we'll be back and we'll split the slab into loaves and cut the loaves into bars after this quick commercial break. I'm so glad I decided to do the top just like this. I feel like it's perfect. The colors are exactly what they're supposed to be. Our black has a little bit of sparkle in it. So let's press down gently. Take a look at the inside. Yes. Little bit of texture here between the black and the orange. And then again, you kind of have his like little feathers up here on top. But of course, it just wouldn't be complete without a stamp. We have the cutest stamp.
While you do that, I have a question of the day.
Go for it.
You get to replace one actor in any movie with a penguin. Which film do you ruin immediately and who's getting recast?
Okay, I've got it.
What is it?
I think his name is Morpheus. He's like, you want the red pill or the blue pill?
I'm crushed. How dare you say that?
Wouldn't that be funny though? Like if he's like having to have this existential crisis because the thing offering him truth is a penguin.
No! That's horrible.
Okay guys, I personally cannot wait to see how y'all answer this question of the day because I feel like there's so many funny options. I don't know, which one would you pick, Caleb?
Darth Vader.
Please?
More disarming would probably be Luke. Just imagine
my
you
God.
get to follow around Luke.
Say less. The fish? Oh, it's so cute. It smells amazing. This next soap was designed by yours truly. It's actually based on an older design that I made inspired by Kira Sabin's artwork for the federal duck stamp competition. I actually love Kira's work so much I bought a sweatshirt of that duck stamp competition entry because it was so good. I will say this though, the first time that I made it, I actually had an easier time because of the molds that I use. This time I struggled. Welcome to Scary City. I'm extremely nervous about this soap, even more so than the frosted one we're doing this month. I have never done anything this complicated in a loaf mold, so please wish me luck. We're gonna start by blending our lye water solution into our oils. There's nothing fancy in the lye water solution today. No titanium dioxide, nothing. Just gonna pour that right in, blend it on up. First, we have to start by having our green grass next to our pond. Let's pour our greens in. I originally thought I was going to do an in the pot swirl for this, but I actually think it's going to be better if I just pour it into the mold. Just going to pour lots of lines over and over over and over again.
I have duck facts.
Bring forth the duck facts.
Ducks can surf.
Wait, what?
Yes. Wild sea ducks like the eider duck have been spotted riding ocean waves just for fun.
It's not even to help them fish or anything.
They'll just paddle into the surf, catch a wave, and let it carry them to shore like tiny feathered surfers.
Them just doing it for fun is hilarious. I love it when things in nature do that. You're like, wait, but why? And we're like, we don't actually know. Now we have to mix up our little pond. We're gonna make this a bright, bright, bright blue. Now we have to mark the middle of all the bars so that our little ponds are where they're supposed to be. Otherwise, we may cut them, and that would be incredibly bad. Now we're going to scrape out our little pond. All right, now for the tricky part, getting the pond where it's supposed to go. I am gonna have to tap this down, and my soap is also a little thicker than I wanted it to be.
Another duck fact.
Another duck fact.
Ducks can laugh.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Like, that just reminds me of like Squidward.
And they have regional accents.
What?
Some ducks have a distinct laugh-like quack, especially the female mallard, and studies have shown ducks can develop different quacking accents based on where they live, just like humans with dialects.
That's awesome, though.
Isn't it incredible?
Yes.
I would love to hear a Scottish duck quack.
Maybe you should give it your best shot right now. Why was that so good? This is like an unsatisfying compilation. Well. We are definitely rushing at this point. So I'm going to add in my base color, which is Aphrodite from Mad Micas. And we're going to add in a little bit of titanium dioxide to make it a nice light sky blue.
Katie.
Yeah?
What do you call a duck that steals?
I don't know.
A robber ducky.
Boy, get out of here with your robber duck. That's crazy.
Why don't ducks ever complete their schoolwork?
I don't know.
Because they're always winging it.
Let me with this soap right now.
Why do ducks have feathers?
Buoyancy?
To cover their butt quacks.
Ouch! That is crazy. That is such a grandpa joke. All right, let's get this last layer in before it's too late. All right, we are going to really have to slap this in quick. I am going to kind of smear this around. It really doesn't have to be perfect because this is all going to be the sky. And now I'm going to make sure that I have some clouds on each bar, sort of lining it up with the lines that I have right here, my little markers. Doesn't have to be perfect, and honestly, if these get cut, that's not a big deal. But every single bar does need to have some cloud somewhere. All right, let's cover these up. Kind of willy-nilly here. I just don't want to crush the design. It's pretty thick, so that probably won't happen.
Another duck fact.
All right.
Ducks can sleep with one eye open. They have the ability to put half their brain to sleep at a time while keeping the other half awake.
That's crazy. I wonder if they're the reason that phrase "always sleep with one eye open" got started.
Gotta be.
Adding in some more little clouds here. This is a trust the process because these don't look anything like clouds right now, but it will when it's cut. It's also good to push it into the soap a little bit. Kind of makes it a little bit more flat and breezy looking. Any little bit I have left, I'm just popping that in on the side. Again, it won't matter when it's cut. It'll just look more realistic. All right, and then I can cover that layer with the bit of batter I have left. All right, I am going to flatten this out a little bit. We have to do this to make sure that all these bars make weight. Otherwise, we would have some soaps that were really, really heavy, and then other ones that are quite a bit smaller. Just going to add a little bit of our leftover batter onto the top. This won't be seen from the inside because it's going to be a very, very very, very thin layer. Just pretty for the top. Give it kind of a watercolor look. We'll smooth it all back out. All right, let's tap this down, get any air bubbles out. Admittedly, that's not the prettiest soap top I've ever made. It will look a lot better tomorrow. That green won't look so gross. I am gonna add a bit of subtle texture on top. Just kind of smooth out anything that looks a bit rough, but not pressing in anything too hard. And then we're going to spritz a little bit of 𝘊𝘭𝘺𝘆𝑚𝑒 Aqua on top. That will take everything to the next level.
Last duck fact.
Last duck fact.
Most ducks live 5 to 10 years, but an Australian duck named 𝘚𝘰𝘢𝘱𝑒 lived to the ripe old age of 27, setting a world record.
I wonder where he was. He must have been in captivity somewhere so they could monitor his age. 𝘊𝘐𝑚𝑒, I'm about to blow your mind.
Sparkle?
Yeah.
Whoa!
It's so effective, isn't it?
So cool!
Yeah. Step back, you're gonna get it all over your shirt.
Just transform that soap.
I know. Now we spritz the top, lock that all in, and we will put this soap to bed for about 24 hours or so.
Good night.
Good night, soap. And we'll see you tomorrow to split the slab into loaves and cut the loaves into bars after this quick commercial break. I'm not feeling very good about this for obvious reasons. It could be that the next couple of batches are way better, but my gosh, that pond situation, it's just not a good one. Like, let's take a peek. Yeah, what? Who this?
It's just two little ones. They're just little.
This little, like, the cloud I thought it was gonna smash out a little bit more. Now it just looks like, I don't know, 2 marshmallows in the sky. That's a little better. See, at least we don't have anything extra on the side.
And a smile.
It does look a little Picasso.
Okay.
I like it, Picasso.
I have a question of the day. If a duck bit you and you started slowly turning into one.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. What stage of duckification would be the hardest to explain to your family?
Well, how long does it take to turn into one?
You gotta see them every day in this scenario.
Probably anytime the bill appears.
Let's make it a year. A long time.
Oh, yeah, that's better.
I don't know, the first feather?
No, you can hide that.
Not if it comes out on your face. No.
Face paint.
Those little web feet. You could hide them in your shoes.
Yeah, you could. You could fix your shoes so you could hide wet feet.
You could hide those little stick legs.
Yeah. Pants.
My pants! But Oh, I gotta stop. I gotta think about something else. It's a stratus cloud.
Oh, science.
Well, this one's a little better. Y'all, don't get the wrong idea. This is actually a really cute design. Okay, that's better.
Ooh.
Okay, so again, significantly better once you put a stamp over it because the clouds just look more like they're supposed to. And then you can kind of tell, oh, it's a pond. They're flying over the pond.
I think it looks good.
Yeah, so not all is lost. We'll make some necessary adjustments and then this will look really good. Well, we certainly have some room for improvement, don't we? That's okay. The next ones will be more appealing. If you want to pick up one of these soaps for yourself, be at royaltysoaps.com this Friday. Have an absolutely royal day today. Be sure you do something fun for yourself, like watching Happy Feet or maybe checking out your local ducks at a duck pond in the park. You know, I don't really care what you do. Just do something for you, and I will see you guys later. So until then, bye for now.